myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top,
I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters be trying me. But they hate from inside, you see, hate themselves in society. So I let them speak quietly while my actions speak wider. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen, oh the irony. To hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity? I feel like we all just hate on everything, it's killing me. Thoughts build quick, causing different possibilities. Negative thoughts will cause different disabilities. So do better, work hard under pressure. If you got no time, work smarter than ever. Don't ever let them tell you that you can't ever say never. And turn your mind into the truest to go-getters.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
Time trying to get some time off to write the shows, but just stick with me, hang with me there. Didn't forget about you. Gathering up information, doing research, consulting with Dr. Short. If you don't know who Dr. Short is, Dr. Randy Short, I came into his acquaintance through Art Install. I'm going to be putting out some of the information that we've been discussing as well. It's quite interesting. Excuse me. So, today's show, before we get at that, please like, share, and subscribe. I guess I lost about 20 or so folks here in my absence. I apologize again. But please take a moment to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And please support the show. So, today's show is about a story that I read where as you can see here, a young lady called into the Ramsey show and was talking about her problems that she was having, difficulty getting out of bed. So she had 3 degrees. She owes over $250,000, and she can't make enough money to pay those back. And she has also incurred even more debt by taking on more student loans for her son's college. So it's actually more than $250,000 a student. And I think she was only making like $60 a year. So today was quite taken aback by this, and he only had a few choice words to to give this issue. But old lady, actually, I think she was like 59 or so. Yeah, she's 59, and she's got all this debt. And she's almost she's almost geriatric now. So this is the type of mindset that we are coming across with a lot of women in our society, Western society has basically pushed education to the extreme, not just education to the point to where you can get an occupation, a career that you can take care of yourself reasonably and be able to pay off your debts. It basically feeds these women to a system that systematically robs them of future wealth and, with the hopes of gambling into a situation where they can come into a lot more wealth. And that just hasn't been the case. Statistically, we're seeing that's just not where these young ladies end up. But time and time again, we see these betrayals of these women who are highly educated and outdoing men and treating men accordingly, and pretty much sticking to the same narratives that they've been oppressed and all that. These people have not even lived that reality. It's just that they just keep perpetuating this thing that they were taught in their higher education, that they've been victimized, for centuries. Even the new young ladies who come out with better standard of living than most of the world still feel like they're victimized in some way, to the point to where they're trying to unravel the system as we know in order to get back at males, and then turn around and ask a man how to get out of trouble. And it's common almost how bad this person has been victimized into just getting more and more and more degrees. It almost doesn't make any sense. But without further ado, we're going to get off into what Dave had to tell her, because I know you guys are itching to hear it. And I'll go ahead and get into it. Okay, here's the story here. A woman with 3 degrees who owes $250,000 in student loans at age 59 asked Dave Ramsey for help and was told her situation was disturbing. Right. Rhonda from Virginia told Dave Ramsey she was 59 and had over $250,000 of student loans. She said she was trying to make ends meet with 2 jobs and wanted the debt to go away. Ramsey said her situation was disturbing and she had to find a way to make more money. A woman in $258,000 of student debt called into finances for Dave Ramsey show to help her work out a way to pay it off. Okay. I repeated that, but I guess the debt went into they added $8,000 to it, but did the to it. Rhonda, who said she was 59 years old and lived in Roanoke, Virginia, was making around $60,000 per year in her logistics job. She didn't give a second name. She told Ramsey she recently looked at her credit report and realized she owed over $250,000 in student loans. Good Lord, Ramsey said. What did you study and when? Rhonda said she had 3 degrees. The first was in multidisciplinary studies, criminal justice. How many women do we know go into criminal justice? And religion. Okay, not going to make any money in religion. Philosophy and religion, you're not going to make any money unless you go teach, things like that. I almost went down that road because it was very, very interesting. My professor pulled me out to the side and said, "Look, you're a bright kid. Don't do this. You can't make any money in this." And I listened. Okay. So I switched it up, and mine was, biology and psychology. Still, if you don't turn those into something, you won't make much money in those either. But those are still some degrees that women tend to lean into and get a degree for the sake of having a degree, but do absolutely nothing with it. Everybody's heard about this, the studies that were done about how many people actually use their degrees once they graduated from college, and most of them did not even use their degrees. I would say 90% of them, if not more, did not even study in the field that they studied in college. So you're actually getting these degrees just for the sake of having these degrees, and it's benefiting the banks and the schools more than anybody. This system was made to basically crank out people for professions that are needed in society. Then maybe it will be doing its job, but it's no longer doing that. And the cost to benefit ratio has to be measured in a realistic fashion. But how many times do people go into school and don't know anything about what they want to do, and then get in there, pick something that's maybe a much needed field. It's too hard. Then they back down just for the sake of backing down to graduate with something and get some of these lesser degrees. And it almost looks like the system is almost engineered to do that because, look, let's face it, everybody is not supposed to go to college in the first place. But once we started financing everybody who wanted to go to college, then all of a sudden it changed and it became a predatory system. Okay? But I digress. I'm all going off the rails here, but all that has to be taken into consideration. Okay? So let's get on back to Rhonda and see what she's doing. All right. So says Rhonda said she had the 3 degrees. Okay, justice religion. The second was a master's in accounting, and the third was a master's of divinity and theology and hermeneutics. Hermeneutics. Okay. All right. Okay. So she has a master's in accounting, but doesn't know how to get out of debt. All right. All right. I'll take it at face value. Doesn't really make very much sense to me, but hey, she made it out. Okay. Ramsey is a radio personality who has become known for giving financial advice. If you don't know who Ramsey is, he gives financial advice and talks about better management of money for those who are interested in it. He's been doing this for quite a while. Some people have questioned his legitimacy as a financial advisor, but liken his style to being more that of a preacher than an expert in money. But Dave's been doing this for a long time. It's interesting. I've watched it a few times. I've listened to him on the radio a few times. Okay, if that's your thing, okay, fine. But that still does not negate the situation that this woman is in. And it's crazy that people get themselves into this type of situation. Let's move on. Let's hear more about what Rhonda did. All right, Rhonda appeared on the Ramsey show on May 9th, wanting to know if she could make her student debt go away. Ramsey told her, "These are disturbing numbers at 59 years old. The answer to your question is you have to make more money," he said. "You have not monetized your knowledge base very well." That's a good way of explaining it. And we all should be thinking about monetizing ourselves. We are not out here working for free. You might as well look at yourself as a mercenary. I'm going into this to make money. And you be professional about it and make as much money as you can. as efficiently as you can. You know, sometimes people get wrapped up into taking trips, buying bags, and buying more and more and more stuff until all of their closets in their home look the same, with a lot of the same stuff in there from years and years of buildup. Because when you look at it, women consume more of everything at a higher level than men do. Most men, we don't need very much, so we don't really go out and buy a lot of this. That's why a lot of this craziness is being supported by retailers and big business, because they know if they support a lot of what the female portion of the community does, and I guess the LGBTQs too, because they spend just like women. So I guess that's better for them. So that's where people start getting into trouble, as we can see by what Lalonda has done here. She went on with her life and got more degrees, and I'm sure she probably got off into a cycle of what a lot of women do, and that is, I'll just take another class rather than pay for this. I'll just take another class. As long as you take a class, you don't have to pay, and your debt gets pushed back until you're so old to where you say, well, the hell with it. I'm just gonna die and just not pay for it at all. I know you guys have heard this. I've heard it a million times. I've heard it from tons of nurses. I've heard it from tons of people who've been in college. They're just like, screw it. I'm just gonna take these classes until I reach 65 and then retire, and then hey, just die. They won't get their money. I live great. Sounds crappy, but yeah, that's what's being said out here. You gotta do is sit back and listen. But let's move on. Okay. Dave goes on to say, we need to move your income way up, like dramatically, he said. In fact, I'd like you to be at like 120, heading to 220,000 a year. Okay. Ramsey's co-host, George Camel, said, there is no way to get student debt to disappear. Even if LaRonda filed for bankruptcy, he suggested asking her kids if they could help at all. Even though it's legally on you, Ramsey said LaRonda's salary to pay off as much debt was like a small shovel and a very large hole. We have to change your shovel to hole ratio mathematically to get you out, because these aren't going to go away, he said. LaRonda would have to increase her income dramatically, he said, and reduce her lifestyle expenses to nothing. Can you imagine doing that? I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to get a job and live on the beach, live in a tent? How are you going to, break everything down to nothing in order for you to do that? Probably almost next to impossible. But they're telling her exactly what she needs to do. She probably have to go live with somebody and, something like that, and her mom or whatever, and, kick all her money towards getting out of that student debt, because that's a house, that she's dealing with. That's a pretty nice house down south. Okay. All right. Okay. Living expenses, lifestyle expenses down nothing. He said, then you start throwing the difference at this very, very aggressively, he advised. All right. So that's the crust stuff. Short and sweet there. Just wanted to see what you guys thought about that. And what do you think about women being led down this path to getting themselves in debt like this, and then expecting these quick outcomes to basically get rid of that debt. It's said it's unrealistic and it's got to be painful as hell. I mean, look at the effect that would have on your kids. You know, you're going through life. You're trying to take care of them, put them through school and whatnot. You're stressed about how much money you're making. You're stressed about how much you owe. If you're in a relationship, your relationship's probably going to suffer. If you're not in a relationship and you get into a relationship with a man, then he's going to be expected to take on that debt and to help you pay it off, which would probably be easier if you had a husband and he paid for everything and you threw everything into paying off your debt. But those are the benefits of having a husband. But that's not something that a lot of women do nowadays. She's pretty much, she never mentioned her husband or anything. She just mentioned kids and how difficult it was to get out of this debt. So, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please forgive me for my absence. And hey, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys a lot. And I promise I'll try to be regular. It's kind of tough. These 18 hours, shifts, 12s, 8s. I'm all over the place, But hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. And I love doing this too. But you guys, please support your man. Support the show. Abuki loves you guys. And I'll try to keep these fresh, new stories coming. Try to make it a little bit different from what we hear in the manosphere, and try to keep it in the direction of what we talk about, with a little nuance. And I'll try to throw in some more stories about COVID, because there's some interesting things that are going on with COVID. It hasn't gone away, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of that in there also. If you guys are interested, again, let me know. There's some stuff out there. I'm still reading studies. Some studies are coming in. Usually they come in about a year after they're done. Once they correlate everything and get everything ready for consumption and peer review. So let me know, and appreciate you guys.